to the NBA action last night. The Nets' big three looking to close out the Celtics, averaging almost 86 points a game in the series, most of any trio of all time. And let's just take a look at Kevin Durant doing it on the defensive end and then running the floor and getting it back on the offensive end, and the Nets were firing on all cylinders. Second quarter, the Nets are leading by 7. It's James Harden using a screen. It's James. Where the hell is the defense? Harden with a near triple-double in the first half. Nets lead by 8 at halftime. Fourth quarter, Nets still up 8. Kevin Durant draining the 3 from the wing. He had 24. Next Nets possession, Kyrie Irving for 3. He had 25. 4 minutes to go. Nets up big. Harden, he had 34. The big 3 pours it on, and that's all she wrote. The series over in 5. The Nets move on to play Milwaukee. And our friends at Caesars, William Hill, says the Nets are minus 180 favorites for the series, and our analytics agree. The BPI giving Brooklyn a 63% chance to win. But it was Milwaukee that won the season series 2-1, with the Nets having just 2 members of the big 3 for all 3 of those games. More basketball as we continue, but back to the story of the NFL offseason, and that is Aaron Rodgers. June is here, and there is more potential now for Rodgers to be dealt by Green Bay. But all of the latest reporting suggests the Packers are happy to wait Aaron out as the standoff between the superstar quarterback and the legendary franchise continues. And so, once again, I turn to Kimberly. Where do we stand right now regarding Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, Greeny, it's the storyline that never ends. When I talk to people in the league, they tell me, no way this guy's getting traded in 2021, because league execs, GMs, they feel like Green Bay should not capitulate at all to Aaron Rodgers. They feel like Green Bay should stand its ground, force Aaron Rodgers to not show up, then you make a decision. But right now, Green Bay, the calendar, months go by, shows go by, we talk about the same thing, but Green Bay is feeling no pressure to do anything. And I guarantee this saga between Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers, to me, I think it'll last longer than Dynasty, because we're just going to be talking about this till August, September. It's going to keep going.
I'm not sure if everyone gets that reference, but I most certainly am old enough to get that reference.
I know Tannenbaum gets it. I know Tannenbaum will know Dynasty. I know.
Tannenbaum, what? I mean,
are you referring to my experience?
What should we say?
Yes.
What are the Packers doing here? The game they're playing is just sitting it out, waiting, and what? What are they waiting for? Mike?
Yeah, well, look. Yeah, I think it's going to come down to Labor Day again, Greeny. They want to be patient, and here's why. If they were going to trade him, which I don't believe they will, most of the compensation will be in draft choices. So it can be done on June 2nd, September 2nd, November 2nd. If he moves on and they lose, they're going to lose their jobs. They know that. So they have to be patient. Now, one potential idea, Greeny, would be to go to him and say, hey, look, you have 2 more years to go after this year. We will take those 2 years off. You come in for mandatory mini camp, training camp, and we have 1 year to repair this. Obviously, they still have the franchise tag in the back pocket. That could be a compromise. Now, a decade ago, I tried the same play with Darrelle Revis's agents, and while it sounds like a great idea, I couldn't get it done then. I don't know if Green Bay can get it done now, but it's certainly worth a shot. It's a good compromise. I certainly think it's a good idea.
I'm with you, but Jeff Saturday, I want to come to you from like a player's mentality, and you kind of understand this, like, all this conversation about compromise, the sense I'm getting just watching it from afar is that Aaron Rodgers is not in any state of mind to compromise with anybody. He is going to do this the way he wants it done, and I'm not sure he's that concerned about how the chips fall. What is your sense of where his head is right now and how that will impact where this goes?
I think you're reading it perfectly right now. And I'll say it this way, Greeny. I think right now he's comfortable playing it, pushing everything out. Here's where the competitive juices start to jump. You get into August and you start seeing teams compete. You start hearing it. Listen, your body is on a clock, right? Like all of a sudden you start feeling like, man, I should be in camp. I should be doing this. You're coming off an MVP season. So as patient as he is being right now, I think as the season gets closer and closer and you start to see ball being played and you're not in it, I think those competitive juices start to flow. And ultimately, this guy wants to prove once again they were dead wrong in the way they handled it, and he can go out and show them by the way that he plays on the field.
Yeah, but to some degree, he did that a year ago already. I feel like with a guy like Aaron Rodgers, I think they're dead to him, and now he's just going to let it play out however he wants. But coming back may not be on the list of options. And so Kimberly is, I feel like a couple of weeks ago we were talking about, well, maybe something with the Broncos is imminent. You're telling me that across the league, people don't have any expectation that he's going to get traded anytime soon.
No, because he's that good of a player. Every team wants an answer at quarterback, and you have a Hall of Fame type quarterback. You cannot, if you're Matt LaFleur, no wonder he's at his press conferences basically begging Aaron Rodgers to come back, because he knows Aaron Rodgers not being in Green Bay is not good for him. It's not good for the GM. And Aaron Rodgers sitting out 2021, if it comes to that, that's not good for anybody. We want to see Aaron Rodgers on the field. So Green Bay's got to hope that they can mend these fences, but it doesn't look good.
All right, we'll have more on that in a moment, but we've waited 24 minutes, Jeff Saturday, for what is going to be my favorite thing in this show today. Yeah. It is Meanwhile on Planet Earth, which is brought to you by Whole Foods Market. This was the video that blew up the internet yesterday. That's a bear threatening these little dogs, and that's a 17-year-old girl yeeting the bear directly off a wall. What do you think of that, Jeff Saturday, as far as the block? What do we make of this?
Unbelievable. Sign her today. Get her into camp. Show everybody what tenacity looks like. I mean, she goes just bam. She big balls the bear down. He knocks it off the actual wall. The bear climbs up. I mean, this is insane. Like, first of all, I'm staying in the house because I'm scared. Not only is she not scared, she goes up and gives that thing a wallop, man. That is a 3-pancaker like none of. There's been no football play last season, nor will there be one this season with that type of mentality. That is, give it your all and show them who boss is. That is unbelievable.
I'm with you. I mean, you blocked bears in your life, but they were all playing for Chicago. This is a whole different kind of bear blocking that we are seeing. That is extraordinary technique and everything. That was my favorite thing I saw yesterday by far. Let's take a quick break on that thought.